Welcome to Born to Win Legend, where we uncover the untold journeys of the world's most powerful and inspiring figures. When we talk about billionaire fashion icons, names like Bernard Arnault of LVMH or Ralph Lauren often come to mind. But behind the fast fashion giant Zara lies a man who has lived most of his life far from the spotlight. He is one of the richest people in the world, yet also one of the most private. His name is Amancio Ortega, the founder of Inditex, and the secret billionaire behind Zara. Amancio Ortega was born in 1936 in a small town in northern Spain. His father worked as a railway laborer and his mother was a housemaid. Growing up, Ortega knew what poverty looked like. At the age of 14, he dropped out of school and began working in a local shirtmaker's shop. There, he learned how clothes were cut, stitched, and sold. But more importantly, he learned something that would shape his future: how fashion could be brought directly to the people, quickly and affordably. Ortega never had the glamorous upbringing of other fashion moguls. He didn't study at prestigious design schools, and he wasn't part of the luxury fashion circles. Instead, he observed, worked, and experimented. Over time, he developed his own philosophy. Fashion should be fast, accessible, and always in step with what people wanted. While high-end fashion houses took months to design and release new collections, Ortega envisioned a system that could respond to trends in weeks. In 1975, alongside his then-wife, Rosalía Mera, Ortega opened the first Zara store in A Coruña, Spain. From the outside, it didn't look like the beginning of a global empire, but inside, Ortega had built something revolutionary. Zara wasn't just a clothing store. It was a new way of thinking about fashion. Customers could see fresh designs almost every week. Prices were affordable, and the clothes reflected the latest styles spotted on runways or even in street culture. This model would later be known as fast fashion, and Ortega was its quiet mastermind. While others designed for seasons, Ortega designed for the moment. His company developed a supply chain so efficient that it could turn an idea into a finished product in just a matter of days. Factories, designers, and logistics were all connected in real time, ensuring Zara could deliver new clothes faster than anyone else. Soon, Zara's success spread across Spain, then into Europe, and eventually the world. Ortega founded Inditex, the parent company that would grow to include not only Zara, but other brands like Massimo Dutti, Pull&Bear, Bershka, and Stradivarius. Today, Inditex operates thousands of stores worldwide and remains the largest fashion retailer on the planet. At the height of his success, Amancio Ortega became one of the richest men alive, at times surpassing even Bill Gates on the Forbes billionaire list. And yet, despite his unimaginable wealth, Ortega has always remained a mystery. He rarely gives interviews. He avoids public appearances. For years, there were hardly any photographs of him at all. While other billionaires built public images of glamour and power, Ortega chose silence and privacy. He still lives in his hometown in Spain, often dining in the same coffee shop he has visited for decades. This contrast makes him fascinating. He is a man who built an empire of visibility, clothing people across the globe, yet chose invisibility for himself. A man who quietly turned fabric into fortune, and fortune into global influence. But Ortega's story also raises questions. The fast fashion industry has been criticized for its environmental impact, labor conditions, and culture of overconsumption. Zara, as the leader of this model, has faced its share of controversy. To Ortega's credit, Inditex has taken steps toward sustainability and ethical sourcing in recent years, but the debate continues. For some, Ortega is a genius entrepreneur. For others, he represents the excesses of consumer culture. Still, one thing is undeniable. Amancio Ortega transformed the fashion industry forever. He proved that style didn't have to be exclusive or untouchable. He gave ordinary people access to clothing that looked like it came straight from the runway. In doing so, he became one of the most influential businessmen in history, shaping not only how we dress, but how we think about fashion itself. Today, Ortega is in his late 80s. He has stepped back from the day-to-day operations of Inditex, handing leadership to the next generation, but his presence still lingers in every Zara store, in every new collection that arrives at lightning speed, in every shopper who leaves with a bag full of affordable style. His empire is a reminder that even the humblest beginnings can give rise to world-changing legacies. Amancio Ortega remains one of the world's richest men, but also one of its most private. He never sought fame, he never craved headlines, and he never needed the spotlight. He let his work, his vision, and his empire speak for him. And in the end, that silence made him louder than most. This is Born to Win legend. If Amancio Ortega's story inspired you, make sure to subscribe and stay with us as we continue to uncover the hidden journeys of the world's greatest legends.